Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Let's analyze some media articles here. I want to start with an article that was published in Associated Press in Market Watch on Monday, February 21st, 2022, and it's titled Putin will send top security envoy to the Balkans as tensions simmer with the West over Ukraine. I don't think it's just the Ukraine. I think it's also the situation that is developing in Bosnia with the Serbs over there. But let's see what this article says. Further, it says here that Serbia's pro-government media said Monday that Nikolai Patrushev, the powerful secretary of the Kremlin Security Council, is due to arrive in Belgrade in the coming days for talks with Serbia President Aleksandar Vučić. Moscow hasn't made an announcement about his trip yet. The talks are reportedly to focus on Moscow claim that mercenaries from Albania, Kosovo, and Bosnia are being sent from those Balkan states to fight on Ukrainian side against the pro-Russian rebels amid fears of Russian attack. Well, I think it has more to do with the developments in Bosnia, where we have the Bosniak Serbs fomenting some kind of secession, getting out. So that's one of the articles. The other article is from the Business Insider by Grace Kay from Monday, February 21st, 2022. And it's titled Marijuana Testing for Truck Drivers is Becoming a Leading Cause of the Government National Trucker Shortage, expert says. Well, I have this question. You're a truck driver. You're a man, semi-truck, and a load behind you with a trailer. Well, you have a lot of responsibility, so you have to have a clear mind and all that. I totally agree with that. But then we have the senators, we have the people who work in a government. They don't take any drug screen tests when they get elected and they get on their position. So they could be some crackheads or I don't know, heroin crackheads, heroin, crack, cocaine, all those fentanyl and all that. And there's no way for us to know. And their decision affects us more than a poor little truck driver. But they're not drug screened. So what's going on with that one? Nah, what's going on? Again, I got an article here from CBS News. U.S. intelligence confirms Russians received orders to invade Ukraine. The date is again February 21st, 2022. The same BS. We got an article from Reuters published on February 21st, 2022. And it's titled like this: Mexican president urges U.S. to end the shame, quote unquote, of funding opposition groups. Ooh, isn't that uh, intervention in other countries' affairs? I know it says here that Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador on Monday urged the U.S. government to stop funding groups in Mexico that are critical of his administration, calling the financial support a shame and a breach of Mexico's sovereignty. Ooh, that's not good. That's not good. Right? I mean, it was a Russian intervention in American elections a while ago, right? How about those claims? So he says, we are asking the US government to stop funding groups that openly act as opponents of governments, in our case, of a legally and legitimately constituted government, he told his morning news conference. It is a shame for any government in the world to get involved in the internal life of another country, plus handing over money. Well, I guess it is, but see, people are hypocrites. Governments are hypocrites, you know. Yeah. Yes, that's what it is. But we got here an article from Fox News, and that's just as an other, published on February 21st, 2022 by Michael Ruiz and Bill Melugin, and it's titled like this: California trans child molester Hannah Tubbs, Tubbs, gloats over light sentence in jailhouse phone calls. So we have this transgender woman who sexually molested a boy. Tubbs is a 26-year-old trans child molester who received a slap on the wrist last month after pleading guilty to molesting a 10-year-old in 2014, attacking a little girl. So the 10-year-old little girl attacked by another woman. So are you a woman or what are you? This transgender girl woman with a dick. That's basically what it was. So this person, Tubbs or whatever her name is, she said that she laughed and she said, "I'm gonna plead out of it, plead guilty." Tubbs says in one recording, "They're gonna stick me on a probation. It's gonna be dropped. It's gonna be done. I won't have to register. Won't have to do nothing." And then go further and says here, um, it seems like her father says, "You won't have to register." Her father asked on one other line later in the conversation, "I won't have to do none of this, or none of that." Tubbs replies, "So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are they going to do to you then?" And Tubbs replied, "Nothing," then laughed. Ha ha ha. Okay. Well, Tubbs pleaded guilty last month to the child case attack, which took place in a women's restroom at Denny's restaurant. So that's where you go to restroom, you got a transgender, and then the transgender takes care of a kid. Great policy in California. Fantastic. So now I don't know if really nothing will happen to this transgender, but nevertheless, it seems like, and we kind of knew that before it happened, that this would be a common occurrence where you have this transgender man claiming to be women, abusing children in the bathrooms and so on. Now it says that goes on here that this guy or girl says, then she says that if she goes to prison, she's getting a sex change surgery to go into women's facility. And the other person says there's some bullies in there too. And this guy, the girl, whatever, Tubbs, transgender, so he's gonna change his sex into a female and go over there, and who the hell knows what he's gonna do. But this is the state of facts here, the reality. Now regarding this problem with the Russians and the U.S., we have on the Russian side, we have President Putin, we have Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov, then we have the Duma Secretary, I don't know if that really matters, Volodin, and then we have Chief of Staff Shoigu. Now on our team, we have President Biden, we have Vice President Kamala Harris, who doesn't know anything but maybe one thing. And then we have Blinken's the Secretary of State. Oh my God! And we have General Mark Milley, who never won a war for us. And we have that African American general in military, whatever, who never proved anything. So we have our team, which is full of diversity hires, with the other people who are just educated, hardcore men. And we have these, how do you call them? Teenagers, these infantile people. But that's what we have. And we're going to win against those guys. We're in big trouble, people. We're in big trouble. And that's what it is. Let me go to see if we have another article. Yes. It says here an article by The Telegraph, written by James Warrington, Sunday, February 20th, 2022, which says that Russian stocks suffer biggest fall since 2008 as Ukraine war looms. You bet. I mean, what do you expect? You celebrate? You succeeded doing that too. We have here another article from Business Insider, John Lee Dorman, February 20th, 2022, with the title Vice President Kamala Harris acknowledged the real possibility of war in Europe. That was in Munich, security meetings. My God, Kamala Harris. She went over there to talk. She doesn't know anything. Anything. I mean, I don't know what she knows about, sucking lollipops or something, but outside of that, I have never heard anything smart coming over her filthy mouth. But these are our leaders. These are our leaders. Voted in the office by our fellow Americans, and she doesn't know shit. That's reality. But whatever. That's my assessment of her. Hearing her speak, behave, interact with the people. Zero, zero. Aside from having her hysterical, stupid laughter when she gets caught or asked a embarrassing question, she's just a, I don't want to use that word, lady of the night, I would say. I don't know whatever she did. Um, it's unbelievable, unbelievable, and we have to deal with that. Well, I guess here we are with the new, the latest news articles from the mainstream media, and I have some more here in a few minutes regarding a interview, a speech actually that Putin delivered in 2010 at a European meeting regarding the heating of the Europe, how they heat with and I will have a video on that. It's very funny and very revealing that these people did not take these guys seriously, and that's an unfortunate situation when you think you're so uh, so strong, so powerful, so up there, and you don't look at these guys and they warn you, they give you warnings, and you don't pay attention because you're too, hypocrite, and you're just, you don't have to. So there you go. And now you have this Ukrainian situation and the NATO situation and security guarantees um, required by demanded by Russia, and you don't know how to deal with that because you don't understand the situation because you were living in a cuckoo land. So now here you go, it's going to bite you in the ass. What are you going to do? And you have this Blinken, Harris, and Biden and Milley being the guys who are going to determine the situation. These guys are just lousy politicians for a lousy public. You can't blame them for being over there because you voted them. You voted them. Take responsibility. Next time, get smarter. Or if not, move out of the way. Well, that's why not every little biped should be able to vote, not knowing anything what the hell is going on in this world. Okay? See you next time. Bye bye. Be strong. Be smart. Look for the truth and dispense justice. Ciao.